Hey guys, once again it's Jeff Phillips with College Frog. We're going to do another information session today, and as a native Floridian, I'm very excited to have Kaufman Rossin on as our firm presenter today. So even though I'm in Pensacola, Florida, Kaufman Rossin is in the South Florida area. We're going to learn a great deal about them, and Lori-Ann Dittmar, who's the HR and recruiting coordinator, is going to walk us through an information session. So a couple of housekeeping items here. I hope that you will ask questions about Kaufman Rossin, about your experience, the potential opportunities there, and what they're looking for, and any questions that you'd like to hear. So we'll do a little Q&A time towards the end of this. I've also got a really cool video that I'm going to send you guys that the Kaufman Rossin team put together, and we'll do that towards the end of the session as well. So, Lori-Ann, why don't you take it away and walk us through the firm and your presentation. I'll gather the questions and speak to you in a few minutes, okay?
All right, great. Thank you so much, Jeff. Just like Jeff said in that lovely introduction, my name is Lori-Ann Dittmar. I am heavily involved in recruiting here at Kaufman Rossin, and as he just said, we are in Miami. So I guess with that said, let's not waste any time, and let's get started here. So hopefully you all can see this little green alien on your screen. This is kind of our new campaign here we have, kind of just try to point out that, we are not traditional accountants. We are out of this world type of theme, which we will definitely, extrapolate on through this PowerPoint. So basically, we are going to talk about who we are, what we do, and what makes us different. So, as you can see, we are not traditional. This is actually one of our partners. She was the first woman partner here at Kaufman Rossin. So, pretty funny. And here are some more partners being a bit silly. I see in the chat that somebody can't hear. So, okay, somebody else can. So, for this section, who we are.
And hey, Lori-Ann, I'll take care of everybody who's having any technical issues. So I'll manage that. You keep going. I'll just get assigned to the webinar audio.
All right, got it. Okay. So, who we are. Kaufman Rossin has been in business for about 50 years now, I believe 51. We have just recently reached 400 employees, and that is mostly regionally. We do have 4 South Florida locations, but we also do have 9 locations worldwide, which I will, definitely delve into here in a bit. So, our reach is getting a bit farther with every day. So we do now have clients in 40 different countries, and we are now among the top 50 firms in America. A bit more about who we are. We are really kind of blessed and very humbled by a ton of really awards that keep coming our way. So first, one of the most recent awards we got was we are the #1 fastest growing accounting firm in America by Inside Public Accounting, which is pretty insane, when you think about the Big Four and these top tier firms. So it's great to be recognized in that way. We are also the #1 best accounting firm in South Florida by the Daily Business Journal. And we also, have a few different accolades for best place to work in South Florida as well as in the country, those being, kind of 6 years in a row and 4 years in a row. So pretty cool stuff. So, moving on from who we are, we're going to talk a little bit about what it is that we do. Really, our main goal is to help our clients grow their business and wealth. So just kind of to, talk a bit about our more traditional services, which I'm sure you guys, are much more familiar with than some of the more specialized service lines here in accounting firms. We do have your basic audit, accounting, and tax. So, you guys being in school and not getting to do those kind of those later classes of, specifically audit or tax, don't know much about that yet. But here we do specialize in external audit as opposed to internal. So this is the type of job that you are out and about, you're out at clients. We actually specialize in financial statement audits, and we do have clients ranging from, private firms, small firms, to, a few SEC clients and 401k, healthcare, kind of the whole gamut of the industry. So, aside from that, we do have a general accounting department, which we actually just changed to entrepreneurial services, I guess, to be a bit more fancy. But that is kind of where a lot of our younger people start out, because you guys don't really know whether you want audit or tax or what the hell is going on, pretty much. So our entrepreneurial services department basically, does a little bit of everything. We do help our mostly entrepreneurial-oriented clients with everything from their QuickBooks to their tax returns to, individual tax returns, kind of a bunch of different array of things. So we do have that as well to offer you guys that really aren't sure what kind of path you want to take just yet in accounting. Aside from that, we do have tax and another consulting work. So our tax, I guess, umbrella is pretty far-reaching. We do have a general tax practice as well as an international tax practice, which I'm sure a lot of you are very interested in. If you are not, you should be. International tax, especially down here in South Florida, is blowing up. We have tons of South Americans, Central Americans, all different types of international clientele here in Miami spending money. So they need people to do their taxes. International taxes is a great way to get into that niche industry that is probably here to stay. So we do have that. We have an estate and trust practice as well as a hedge fund side to our tax practice. They specialize in kind of investment and partnerships and real estate tax issues. I got to say, I hate that I can't hear you guys. I wish you could talk back to me. But anyway, we also do have non-traditional services, things that you guys will most likely learn more about, once you are in the field a bit. And these are the kind of things that you don't get to do with us, at least, right away. This is a more specialized internal audit or information security type stuff, risk advisory work, business valuating, and then we also do have forensic accounting, which I know a lot of you young kids are interested in. With us, we like you to kind of have a background in audit, kind of to get your feet wet and give you a nice platform to, go delve into the more specialized forensic accounting field. We also have litigation consulting. We are expert witnesses a lot for different attorneys and other special industries like hedge fund audit and broker-dealer. So some of you, I'm not sure, might be interested in finance as well. So kind of good to know that Kaufman Rossin is not only a regional CPA firm. We do have a sister entity, and that is Kaufman Rossin Fund Services. So together, Kaufman Rossin and Company and Kaufman Rossin Fund Services, kind of a tongue tire, together make up the Kaufman Rossin Group. So what does Kaufman Rossin Fund Services do? KRFS, which is much easier to kind of get off the tongue, provides specialized administration services to the global finance community. So basically, a lot of you guys too kind of will probably think that, investment management and wealth management and, trading and all that kind of stuff is pretty fun, cool stuff, which it is. That is not what we do, though. We basically are your back office accountants for hedge funds and other different types of alternative investment vehicles. what this consists of is pretty much, journal entries and general ledger stuff, kind of, very much accounting-oriented functions, but for these, large hedge funds. So the services that are offered by KRFS include, like I just said, fund administration. We do offer services to the actual investors of those funds, as well as some other tax and consulting type of stuff. Clients do range from venture capitalists, family office, private equity, anything you can think of, master feeder, all of that type of stuff. So I do want to point out this, you can also find at www.krfs.com. It is a different website than our Kaufman, Rossin & Company CPA firm side. So there you can find a bunch more information, kind of a little fact sheet that we do have on our services and clients and things of that sort. But just to, share a bit more with you about KRFS. KRFS is really our global reaching side of the company. We are currently in Miami, New York City, Boston, San Francisco, Dallas, and the Ivory Coast. I believe we actually have somebody in Grand Cayman, which didn't make the list as well. And we are actually looking to open another office here in the States. So the craziest thing about KRFS is the growth that we have experienced within the past year. Like you guys saw in the first slide, Kaufman Rossin Group is made up of 400 employees. So this exact time last year, KRFS made up 77 of those 400. Now they have grown to 111. In a year, that's insane. It's a 45% growth. So that's definitely a testament to, the services that we do offer, the type of place to work that we are. So it's pretty cool. Here are some more awards. Kaufman Rossin Fund Services has been awarded the Best Technology in Hedge Fund Week U.S. Hedge Fund Services Awards, and we are also voted one of the top administrators in the country. So, with KRFS really just gaining ground within the past maybe 10 years, it's pretty cool to already be recognized in the field and up and coming and things of that sort. So back to kind of Kaufman Rossin as a whole. What does make us different than other CPA firms, than the Big Four, than the larger regional or the two-tier firms? Basically, it's our people and our culture. So this was a video that Jeff did mention that he wanted to go over with you guys. I wanted to show it. I don't think it'll work, with the presentation kind of stuff. But as you can see, it's a bunch of people here in the Grove. This is actually our picturesque right outside of the office. We are on the water in Miami, looking at lovely sailboats all day long, which I always like to tell people is kind of a catch-22 because it is a beautiful view, but at the same time, you're not out there. You're working. But at least you're working at a good place, right? So anyway.
It's a good view. That's important.
Yeah. So this is kind of something also that sets us apart. We decided, at these career fairs this year that we were going to go bold. People think accounting is boring and bland and, want type of stuff. So we figured we might as well mix it up and get some attention. So here we go. Some of us are sexy. Some of us are quirky. But we're all great accountants. Here's a bit more kind of facts. Aside from the awards, we do have an extremely, extremely high retention rate here. Our average employee is here for 10 plus years, and our turnover rate, which I'm sure you guys don't know much about not being in the workforce yet, is pretty much always under 10%, which is amazing. People like it here and they stay. So, like I said earlier, #1 best place to work in South Florida, #1 accounting firm to work for in the country. So here is kind of something that we like to show people, just kind of, why we are the best place to work. Yeah, we could say we are, we get all these awards, woo, whatever, but this is why. We put our employees first. You know, when Kaufman and Rossin started this place, they started it with the founding principle of employees first, clients second, shareholders third. Sounds corny, but it's true. So with that in mind, this is what they do offer us. We have yoga here at the office. We have an on-site gym. We do have a sauna in the gym, which nobody really uses, but it's there. We have a guy here every day washing cars. We have a dry cleaning service that you could take down in the kitchen. It's gone. You get it a week later, and it's pretty great. So massages as well. We have masseuses here 3 times a week. And, you know, you basically get an email saying the masseuse is here. What time do you want? 30-minute massage, $15 straight out of your paycheck. So that's pretty cool. We also do have, you know, a company store with all of our logo stuff, you know, if you want to rep the company. We do have tons and tons of free snacks and food. Everybody says when you get here you gain the freshman 15, just like in college, but at work, and it is quite true. We also have Starbucks coffee every morning. And kind of one of the best things really is during tax season and mini season, which is kind of September, October, we do have catered meals every night. So people kind of, the animals run downstairs right at 6 o'clock and try and get the food. Hopefully it doesn't run out, but it's pretty great to have that, especially when you're young. Free dinner, can't beat it. We have firm sports teams. A lot of the guys get really into softball and basketball. Lots of parties, wine parties once a month here at the office. So basically we close once a month on Friday at 5 instead of 5:30. Everybody goes down, has a drink or 2 or 3, and, you know, has some appetizers and kind of just hangs out. Another thing that I'm sure you guys aren't really thinking about just yet, but should be thinking about for the place that you want to end up at is your medical and retirement benefits. You know, there's obviously a big bone of contention these days, but we do, you know, we are pretty much unscathed with everything going on in the healthcare industry because of our size. So we still do have, you know, health benefits, dental, disability, life, other kind of fringe benefits like preferred legal plans and supplemental type things, as well as 401k. And you do get your fair share of paid time off, holidays, flex schedules, telecommuting, all that kind of stuff. Oh, here's another video. This we made was pretty funny, how to survive tax season. That's a really good one to watch with people doing yoga and working out, and it's pretty funny.
And Lorianne, just so everybody knows, as soon as we wrap this up, I'm going to send that out to everybody who's on the call because I was able to watch these. These videos are awesome. I'm sorry we couldn't show them in the presentation, but they'll be just as effective if we can send them. So before you guys exit the webinar, I'm going to send this over the chat in just a second.
Yeah, and it'll give you guys a great feel, too, of just, you know, even what the office looks like, how to picture it, the people that are here, you know, what I'm talking about when I'm talking about, you know, the lounge and where we are and what we do in the gym and all that kind of stuff. So, like Jeff said, you should be sure to check that out. So basically, you know, what you guys are here to learn is how can you become a part of it all. These are our different opportunities within the CPA firm side. So I'm sure a lot of you are thinking about summer internships, but we have done away with our summer internship program. We have found that busy season internships are much, much, much more effective. In the summer, everybody's kind of on vacation. They're a little burnt out from tax season, so they're not really paying much attention to you. And busy season, it's a different story. So we do offer busy season internships. They are not full-time, but they're pretty close. We do like, you know, at least 30 hours a week. Usually the time period for this is usually kind of your last spring semester in your master's program or in your undergrad program that will come out with 150 of those credit hours because we do like for our people to be CPA eligible. So really we have our main three offices down here in South Florida are Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Boca Raton. So our entrepreneurial services is in all three locations. Our tax program, our tax department does require a master's in tax or a master's in accounting with a specialization in tax. And then our audit is only in Miami. So along with that, we do also, have entry-level positions open every year. A lot of times, obviously, our interns do get offers to start in the fall, kind of a nice timeline for you to, graduate, maybe start studying for the CPA over the summer, chill, take a couple months, because you'll be able to work for the rest of your life. So we welcome that and come back in the fall and get started. So, just to tell you guys a bit more again about the different departments. Audit is something that you are going to enjoy if you are extroverted, if you like dealing with people, if you don't want to be sitting at the desk all day every day. That is definitely, something oriented towards you. Audit, you're out, you're with clients, most of the time here. So accounting, again, is the mix of kind of everything together. And tax, obviously, is the more specialized department here, and that is in Miami and Fort Lauderdale as well. We do have entry-level positions as well within our hedge fund audit and hedge fund tax departments. Those are also in Miami. And while they are audit and tax, they are a bit more back office than, they lead on to be. And then, along with that, we do mostly always have a few experience openings. So if you guys have older brothers, older sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, whatever, if they are in public accounting with some audit experience, send them our way, as well as risk advisory. That's what we're kind of looking for right now. So on the kind of finance side, what we also do have is entry-level fund accountant, private equity, specialized, and investor service rep positions. These are open in Miami, Boston, San Francisco, and Dallas. Those are our larger offices that are looking for people really almost quarterly. There's no kind of, cycle of recruiting for them. They're not looking for people for busy season and CPA eligible and all that kind of stuff. We kind of just fly by the seat of our pants and make sure we have enough people for the clients that we're getting. So this kind of just comes up every few months in every different office. So again, if you know somebody that is interested in finance or finance and accounting mix, we're pretty much hiring every few months for all these offices. And just so you guys can keep in mind, if this CareFS, is kind of, ringing true to you and you think it's kind of interesting, it is very separate from the CPA firm. Not very separate. We work as one entity, but they don't need a CPA. They don't need a CFA. They don't need a master's. They don't need any of that. So, if you are really into getting your CPA or CFA or some sort of license, you're definitely better off sticking with the CPA firm side of things. So guys, I guess to wrap up, if you are interested, go ahead and visit kaufmanrossin.com/careers or carefs.com/careers. There you can apply online. I get questions all the time that people say, this position isn't open, this isn't working. If it doesn't work, try a different browser, please. If you don't see a position that you want to apply for being available on either of the websites, it does not matter whatsoever. And I promise you, even though I probably want to steal you all for myself, if that's the case with any other company's career page that you're going to, just apply. Just send your resume. Make sure to note somewhere what you're applying for, because either way, somebody's going to look at it and decide what they think you should be in. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope I didn't bore you too badly. And that's about it, I guess. Questions, Jeff?
Yeah, Lorianne, there's a lot of questions, but first of all, you did a great job. And I don't think, I think I think people are probably very surprised at the level of coolness the firm is. You had me at wine parties, I think, but
yeah.
in Miami.
I know, I didn't even say our catchphrase. It's the whole cliche, work hard, play hard, but it's true. It's what we do. So.
But it really is. I mean, it's ideal for somebody who's majoring in accounting and wants to start a career at an awesome firm. I mean, when you think about college students, your top tier accounting students are really they are pushed towards the Big Four, I think, to a certain degree, and there's a lot of good reasons for that. But you guys are a very large firm with a lot of different opportunities. I'm just kind of curious on your opinion of why you think Kaufman Rossin was named the top firm to work for in America, and just from your perspective.
I don't know. That's great because we paid all of our employees to fill out the survey that they love it here. No. The Big Four works you hard. You are working 60 to 80 hours a week. I don't even know if there's that many hours, but it's just insane. There's also a big part here to the camaraderie and the kind of family orientation. We party together, we work hard, but we work hard and we party together because we enjoy each other's company, because you as an intern can walk into a partner's office that founded the place 50 years ago, and they are more than willing to help you. So I think it's a mixture of, an open door policy, a feeling of being valued. Especially in this day and age, it's hard, especially for us millennials, this generation that everybody's buzzing about. We saw our parents go through a tough time of not being able to keep a job that they were at for a very long time. So, disloyalty turns us off, definitely myself included. And I guess that's how we're different. We don't work you to the bone, and we want you to be happy, because bottom line is, if you're happy, you're going to do good work for our clients, and we'll make more money. So it's a win-win-win-win-win.
It's a great point. I mean, wanted to ask you about just the positions that you mentioned a few slides back. You've got entry-level positions, in audit, tax, and whatnot. What is the time frame for audit and tax positions? Do you have openings for fall 14, or are those full and you're looking at fall 15? Give us a sense of what's open, if you know.
Okay. We are pretty much already in the thick of, well, not in the thick of, but beginning our busy season. So we are done hiring interns and entry for this point in time right now. We usually go through a cycle of, we hit up all the career fairs in the surrounding areas and are looking for interns and entry-level people in the fall to bring on. The entry-level people we're going to want to bring on in the fall to gear them up for busy season. And then the interns are a bit more flexible in that they can start, maybe January. So we are, right now we're a bit dormant. We're kind of focusing on KRFS at the moment, because we're kind of done with entry-level KRCO. But yes, we usually gear up in the summer looking for entry-level people to bring on in the fall, as well as interns to bring on that next busy season, 2015. Got
it. Two last questions, Lorianne. Do you hire international students, and what's the status of sponsoring visas?
Oh, that's a tough one to put me on the spot. We have looked into it in depth. There are a lot of great international candidates out there. The problem is it's a big cost. It's a big cost for us to take on for, somebody with not so much experience. So we do very much like to save those kind of costs that we will have to go through for people that are experienced, that have a couple years under their belt, because it'll kind of cancel it out. But at the entry level, I will never say that we definitely do not. There are always certain cases that, you just meet somebody so, fabulous you can't. But, mostly we really do not at the entry level kind of level.
Got it. What about experienced opportunities? I've had a couple attendees ask if you had openings for experienced accountants. I'm guessing you probably do. How can they learn more?
Oh, yes. Yeah, learn more definitely at kaufmanrossin.com. We actually always pretty much are looking for seniors in any capacity. I myself would be kind of at that level. We're kind of in that bubble right now of the people graduating during the recession are coming up to that senior level. So there's a really big gap in talent at that level. There's just not the number that there usually is of people in the industry at that level. So yes, we are not, if not a lot, it's always looking for audit seniors, tax seniors, and accounting seniors. We do prefer public accounting experience, definitely, 100%. So anywhere, 2 to 5, 6, 7 years in public accounting, or a couple years in public accounting, we're always open to.
That's great. So I imagine they can just go to your website and identify any experienced positions that you may have open.
Yes, definitely. Just like I said, submit a resume. Who cares if there's no position open for, what you're thinking about? Just make sure your resume is up there. We'll have it. This day and age with all the electronics and databases and stuff, it's just good to have your resume in there. So, yes.
That's great. Lorianne, I think that's all the questions that we have right now. And I did send the videos out to everybody, and I know I hope everybody will watch them because they're awesome. And thank you for sharing those. And I'm glad we got to hear you talk instead of watching videos over 30 minutes because you did a great job.
Hey, the videos are like 4 minutes long, but okay, cool, thanks.
Yeah. We'll get to watch those on our own time. That's okay. So,
all right.
Well, listen, I will. We'll shut this off for now. And Lorianne, thank you so much for being a part of this, for putting the work in to build the presentation and give a really great overview of Kaufman Rossin. I had no idea this was such a remarkable firm. So we all learned a great deal. You guys are lucky to work there, and I hope some of these students may get internships or entry-level positions should they be interested in South Florida. You guys have a great day over at Kaufman Rossin, and thanks to all the participants as well who were there. Appreciate everybody being a part of me.
Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a great afternoon.
Thanks so much, guys. All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.